What is up, podcasters? Welcome back to our monthly Tipping Stars episode.
It's more like
And
every 2 months.
this is our Halloween special, or like...
This is the Halloween special. Once again, we're back here after a year.
This is so scary.
Yeah.
So scary.
Yeah, but before we get... Yeah, welcome to the Halloween special. Cool little podcast episode. But before we start, we just want to say thank you so much for 100 subscribers.
Let's go.
Yes.
Yeah, we did it.
Little tipping stars, man.
We're kind of just freestyling right now because we don't have a script, and
outline.
Yeah,
we don't script all
We
our
don't
lines.
No, we don't script write our own lines, but like
That's
we'll
why
have, like,
because we script all the episodes out.
That's true. We all type what we want to say and then we like edit it down and like yeah.
Yeah.
That happens every
Figure out.
time.
Every script, yeah.
But anyways, I am your host, Nindude. You can find me on my YouTube stuff.
Right.
We're just doing names, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you know me.
Yeah,
Nindude.
you know,
Host.
it's just,
And,
we don't have the
anyway.
script. He's a little lost.
Not my words, I'm a little lost, and my computer's about to die. So, how about the next person introduce themselves?
I'm J Matthew, and someone else. Who else we got?
I'm Jack Division. Whoa. Okay.
Guess
Next
who's
person.
back after 3 months?
Shut up.
I'm Nintendo James. Also, whoa.
Where are you guys at right now?
College.
University. Yeah, different location.
How's
I
the
just
yeah, no, we're in the
change?
same
My
building.
college event. I know.
How's
we're
that for a
growing up,
change?
guys.
It's a big one. I feel like still getting kind of used to it. It's weird, although that being said, I have been here for well over a month now, so it's just first time on the podcast, but like, yeah, it's strange, still a lot of stuff to get used to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
So,
feel this. Yeah.
if anyone's wondering why these episodes kind of take long to at least get together and record, mainly because two of us are in college. One of us is applying to college and like going to college events and
3 people are in
everything.
college.
Yeah, Nathan as well.
Yeah, we gotta mention that Nathan can't make it he's a little busy sleeping in his bed after his overnight shift at work. He won't respond
Yes,
to
sir.
us, so he's not
Good
here
man,
because
Nathan.
he is sleeping right now.
Yeah, Nathan.
But yeah, but Nathan's always been in college, so like that's not new.
Always.
He's always in college.
always
You're
been
right.
there.
Yeah.
He's always been.
And
in
also,
college.
on top of us all just being busy, like we got different time zone stuff, which also just like adds to the
Yeah.
not easy
for sure.
scheduling.
There's 3 different time zones in this call right now, and there's 4 people.
That's so
It's crazy.
Yeah, now that we got that out of the way, I guess we could talk about probably the 2 major things that have been happening in kind of just the gaming world recently: the release of Spider-Man 2 and Super Mario Bros. Wonder. And so, me personally, I have played both the games. I did it on my stream, and I skipped school for it too.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah. I skipped school, and I literally, my second period class, that's my broadcast class, and so they pulled up my stream on the projector, and they were like watching me like
Oh,
play,
that's
and they're
funny.
like,
They
in
were
the chat
watching
and
you
everything.
skip school.
Yeah, they were watching.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they were
Were
like,
they-
"Where
were they-
are you?"
Did
Where-
wait? Were they like typing in the chat? Like, where are you?
Yeah, they were typing in the chat with because we have our like our school's like WinTV YouTube account, so they were typing in the
No!
chat.
Oh my god,
That's insane. What?
Yeah,
that's
was,
awesome.
that was funny, but yeah, I guess what do you guys want to start with? Spider-Man 2 or Wonder?
I'd like to start with Mario Wonder, or lack thereof,
Oh,
because I had a little bit of an incident happen.
let's get into it.
Yeah,
So, POV, you're me, you're in college, and you're like, man, all this work, but I gotta play Mario. And so you take your midterm exam, right? And then you finish your midterm exam, and you're like, man, I'm gonna celebrate by getting Mario. So a bunch of my friends and I drive to Target, we buy Mario. It's great. And then we all get back, we go to an event, and then after we're done with the event, we're like, all right, let's go. Let's sit down. Let's just play as much Mario as we can. So we play a couple hours of Mario. It's so much fun. I love playing Luigi. He's my favorite. He's so green and funny. And then I go to bed that night. I wake up the next morning, and my Switch is gone, and it's been gone since the day the game came out. So I have not been able to play Mario Wonder since that day. But from that day, it was a lot of fun. I wish I could play it more. But yeah, there's currently an investigation going on about the whereabouts of mine and my friends' Nintendo Switches. Yes.
Are there still multiple Switches?
Oh.
I wonder
Yeah.
where it went.
Oh!
Yeah, and so it was yeah, it sucks. I mean, if you want evidence that I even got it, here is the shadow box
Oh,
that came
nice.
with
That's pretty cool.
So yeah, here it is. It's
Oh,
on
what
my
where did
desk.
that pre-order bonus came from?
So do you,
I didn't pre-order the game. I just bought it at Target, and then they just like kind of threw it in there, and I was like, okay. And so
do you have the case still, or like?
I do. I'm worried that if I go this way, I'm gonna dox myself. So if I go this way, blur it out. Okay. I'm gonna reach over. Okay, you didn't even see anything. Yeah, here's the case right here. No card. But yeah, here's the game. Have played maybe like 2 hours of it, and now my Switch is gone.
That sucks.
But I played some of Spider-Man 2, but we'll get into that later. But from what I played, so much fun. Multiplayer is a lot better than the new Super Mario Bros. Games. I think the power-ups are a lot of fun. The elephant is so silly. I didn't get to the bubble or like the drill guy yet. And then also the badges are also a neat addition. I wish you could hold on to like 3 instead of 1. Maybe that gets implemented later. I don't know. I don't know anything about the game, but I wish you could have equipped more than just 1 per.
That might get a little overpowered though.
Really, you think so? Okay.
Yeah.
Well then 2. Let's keep it in the middle. Yeah. I don't know.
One and a half.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I think the music is great. The gameplay is super silky smooth, like a.
Sorry, what?
Bless you.
The gameplay is silky smooth, and Luigi is really funny.
Yeah.
And green.
Wow.
He's
And
funny and
he's
green.
green.
Some of my favorite people are funny and green.
Yeah. Who got to talk about it next? What do people got to say?
So I beat the
Mario.
game.
Oh,
You beat it? Oh, that's right. You did beat it.
Yeah.
that's right.
I got it day one. I pre-ordered it, and I played like a fair amount of it by myself. Like first day, even though I was like doing other stuff on that day, like I was pretty busy. I still managed to like get to like World 4 or something because I was just like plowing through it. And then one of my friends from home is at a different uni to me, but in the same city, and we hadn't met up yet, so he came over. And he was like, "Oh, you brought your Switch with you? I couldn't bring mine because my sister said like, oh, I want to play it at home, so you can't take it with you." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I got the new Mario game." He's like, "Mario Wonder?" And I was like, "Oh, okay, you want to play it?" And then we just went through it because it is
That's awesome.
yeah, we just beat the whole game, and it was great. I think the length of the levels, I think that they might be slightly shorter than with like the new Super Mario Bros. Games, but it works so well because you can get through them at a rate that it's then so like, okay, I guess I'll just do one more. And then you just keep going with that kind of one more level mentality. And that's
Yeah.
exactly what happened with us because neither of us thought that we were going to beat it when we started playing. But yeah, it's great. The new like art style is so awesome.
It's
All the
so
characters, they're so like expressive and stuff. There's like little details like when you ground pound, there's like a little drum roll and like a cymbal hit when you land and stuff. It's just it's got so much more character to it than Mario's had for like ages. Like I saw a side-by-side comparison of New Super Mario Bros. U and Mario Wonder, and it's like, God, I didn't realize how bland those games actually were until you see it next to this one, and it's just like, God, that was so lame.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, but it's great. And like there's some post-game stuff that's cool. The new power-ups. The elephant is like the best one, but the drill is awesome as well. And the bubble's like fine. The bubble's okay, but like drill and elephant go hard. They go crazy.
Bubbles
was
is
saying
definitely a speedrun strat. Like,
Yeah, I was also
Oh
saying
yeah,
that
if you can master the bubble and like use it as like platforms, that'd be awesome. But I can't do that.
I've already seen clips like of
That's
people.
Oh
just,
really?
like, yeah.
the bubble always seemed like a fan-made power-up to me. Like it doesn't seem real. Is that just me or
It
like
seems, I think, because it seems like such an obvious idea that they hadn't done. It seems like
Yeah.
something that fans would be like, "Oh, this is a new power-up idea," because it's like the fire flower kind of in terms of
but
how you
like the
use it.
Mario in the pink, it's like it
Oh
looks
yeah.
so fan-made.
hmm
But that's not even like a gripe. It's just like an observation. I think also before I mean Jason, I don't want to steal your thunder or anything, but I do want to maybe bring up Mario and Luigi's new voice actor, Kevin Afghani. What do you guys think about him?
I literally can't tell the difference.
There's one line where I'm like, that doesn't really sound like Mario. But other than that, when he gets the Wonder Seed and he goes, "Wonderful," I'm like, that doesn't sound like Mario. But all of the rest of the time, he sounds like the same. So I think he's doing a great job.
I like the new interpretation of him. I think he was due. I mean, I love Charles Martinet, but I think it was time for him to kind of sound younger because I think they confirmed that Mario's like in his mid-20s, but it's time for it. I thought it was time for him to maybe get some new vocal treatment. So even if there are lines like when he goes like "wonderful" and it doesn't sound that much like him, I think it's time
That was pretty
that
good. That was a good impression.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I'm Mario. That's me. Wonderful. Yeah, but like instead of, I think it was time for him to kind of have a newer take on the voice. I think there's even a little bit of charm in the inconsistencies between him and Martinet that in my opinion, I think it just it's kind of like interesting. I like how that
Yeah.
there's a new take on him now.
Yeah, I don't think it's
anyway.
I don't think it's a bad thing that you can tell sometimes that it's a different guy, because I think that happens like all the time. Like any popular character that has had multiple voice actors, you can distinguish between them. And like if he didn't get to do like kind of like put his own spin on it, that would also suck for him as an actor.
Yes, yeah.
If his new job was just like imitate this guy, that's not what you want to do.
I like him a lot. He's got a very fresh sounding voice, and it seems like it's gonna really carry on for the next many years as he plays Mario and Luigi, and probably Wario and Waluigi and all the other characters too. I think it's gonna be it's gonna serve him really well. I'm really excited for him. Anyways, Jason, please talk about Mario.
So I don't have the game. Neither do I have Spider-Man 2, but I got to play it before it came out at Target for a little bit. I have like a video of me playing it. It was pretty fun. I think it's very fresh. That's why I don't really like playing the NSMB games, because they are all the same and they're all kind of bland at this point. Obviously they weren't back then really, but now they're just like I'd rather just go back and play like Mario Galaxy or something like that. But yeah, I can't wait to get it because it's very fresh and everything you guys said about it. So I'm excited to jump into the actual game and get wonderful.
Dude, actually, that's something we didn't talk about, the wonder effects yet.
Well,
that was really
I
cool.
didn't experience a lot of them because of elephant in the room. That pun was intended, but it was. I think so far they are really interesting, but
They're really wonderful.
They're very wonderful. However, I think something about it, and maybe this is like y'all can definitely like chime in on this, but from what I've played, obviously there could be definitely some more. There could be some more to it, but it seemed like they just kind of went like, It felt like they were kind of like, well, we have a Mario game, and we need a thing. We need like a shtick. We need like a new fresh sort of thing that we need. You know what I mean? And so they're like, why don't we get a thing that makes the world all woo? And then like for a little bit. It's not like even like a power up. But also, this is coming from someone who's only played like half of the first world. So like I don't even know how they even change in the future. But so far, I like the Wonder Seed, but I'm not like I love the Wonder Seed. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I really enjoy
having
it.
having played a little bit more of it, I'm gonna say that I'm not like in love with it in a similar way, but I do kind of disagree that it feels kind of like, sure, let's do that, because there's one for every single level in the game, and like there's some like repeated ones, but like there's so many different ideas happening in there that it feels less like a, oh sure, we'll do that, and more like we had so many things that we wanted to do with this that we needed to find a way to implement them all. And also like it is cool that like you never really know what's going to happen when you get into a stage and you find a wonder flower. Some of them are pretty hidden as well. Some levels have more than one, so you have to kind of go out your way to find them. And they're always like pretty fun and just give you something else to do in the level, or you can avoid them. I think it's a really cool inclusion that like if you don't like some of them aren't all like they're not all home runs, but like yeah, if you don't want to do them, you don't have to as well. So
And also, I think it just does a really good job of like bringing the level like to life, especially with the amount of like character it like the game has. Like it just kind of adds to that, you know.
especially with like some of the concepts that they do in different levels, like this level's going to have this specific like new enemy in it, and then they'll do a wonder effect that's like turn that enemy into like something crazy, and it's like
Yeah.
seeing how far they can push like each new concept they introduce
Yeah.
is really cool.
I shouldn't be so critical of it yet. I think I haven't really experienced it that much, but there are moments where like I mean like it's cool. It is cool. Like I play it and I'm like, man, that was pretty rad. But like I'm not I mean, obviously it's not gonna be like Mario Galaxy level of like you play it and there's a new concept, and when that thing happens, like the new concept sort of happens, you're like, oh, I love Mario. You know, you're not like it's not really that yet. So
Yeah,
yeah,
you do. It is more like the feeling of like once you've played it is more like, wow, that was neat. But like
yeah.
it is cool, but it's probably not gonna be like that Mario Galaxy level stuff. But I do think that
Oh yeah.
once you once you get your Switch back and you can play it, then it will. I think it will grow.
I sure would love that. God damn. I sure would love that to happen. That'd be so great.
But
That'd be
so far the best
good.
one, am I allowed to say it? So far the best one is like the singing piranhas or singing plant piranha plants.
Mhm.
That was
I
fire.
love when you do this song.
It's
and
also
dance.
it's also crazy that's the second level in the game. Like
Yeah.
immediately they hit
Yeah.
you with like, oh yeah, these things sing.
Hear the
They're
hear
gonna they're gonna play you a
these
little
plants
tune.
spit bars real quick.
That's what they were doing in the game. They were like
They do.
me. Fuck.
With
That's
my
exactly
experience
that
it.
out.
with it,
Keep that out.
I played it on launch day. It was I just by myself on stream. I only got through like the first world, and then Spider-Man was done downloading, and then yeah,
Bro has his priorities in check.
yeah.
Have you have Jason and no Jason? You said you haven't, but James, have you played Spider-Man 2 yet?
I don't have a PS5, man.
Yeah. Okay. My bad. So yeah.
I would
Get into
love
that in a
to,
second.
but
But I only got through the first world. Spider-Man was done downloading it, and then yeah, I want to experience the rest of it whenever I do the series on it with the three caballeros. Spoiler alert, that's what we're working on. And
You already mentioned that before, like 6 podcasts ago. But okay.
oh really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying like it's in the works now, I think. But Anywho, so far what I've experienced is that it's, like pretty much everything everyone else has said, very characteristics and all that stuff. But I think like I'm really enjoying this. I was really excited. Like I think I watched the trailer for it when they announced it, like probably like 10 times over for like a month, and it's everything that I wanted it to be. It's very, very beautiful. Definitely one of the multiplayer games of the year for sure. And
Multiplayer
yeah,
games of the year?
like co-op, like it's really fun to
You're
enjoy with
talking about
friends.
Mario,
I
aren't
feel
you?
like, huh?
You're talking about
Talk about Mario.
Mario. Sick, my bad. You talking about Mario?
Yeah, like
Okay, because
I have
I
high
was like,
expectations that like this game is gonna be really fun when I play it with the three caballeros. Like I can definitely tell like all the fun wacky stuff that's gonna happen. All right, so the next game that was in the launch of Mario Wonder, Spider-Man 2, everyone was so excited talking about that for years on end. One of my most anticipated games of this
same
year.
here.
And we were talking about it a little bit earlier in the podcast, but Jack, what did you say earlier?
So now, take my opinion with a grain of salt because the internet in my dorm building is not that good. So I didn't get the day one update. So there could be some things that they patch in the intro to the game or something. Um, but I wasn't wowed by the intro of Spider-Man 2. I will say the intro of Spider-Man 1, I was like, I love Spider-Man. That was me. That was my reaction to when I played the intro of Spider-Man 1 on the PS4. Now, when I played Spider-Man 2 on the PS5, I was like, yeah, okay. And that's all I've played. So I have not played like a lot of, and I've not played more than that. But
Because they sold the PS5
so
as well.
what's that?
Because they sold the PS5 as well from the.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. Because yeah. So no. So I so I played some. I played the intro, and I thought it was interesting. And I thought that if I played it, it would grow on me a little bit more. But it hasn't grown on me yet, and I'm kind of waiting to play it more. I'm all in denial that my Switch is gone, and that's why I didn't enjoy it. That's probably it. Because I'll tell you, it's not been fun with my Switch not here. So I wanted to play more Mario Wonder, obviously, but like Spider-Man 2, I'm waiting for it to. I'm waiting.
Do you think that part of your not being, you say you were wowed by the first game's intro, but not this one? Do you think part of that is that it's a sequel and you kind of expected the similar kind of gameplay already?
Yeah, maybe. Huh. Okay, so I was expecting like okay, the best part about Spider-Man 1 to me was like I shouldn't say about the I guess what I loved about the intro was like you walk in and then all of a sudden it's like he puts his mask on and then seemingly out of just like thin air, he jumps out the window and then in a cutscene and then it becomes the gameplay and then it's
Mm.
like R trigger, swing, R trigger, swing, X to jump, and then you're off to the races. And then it's like it's awesome. Um, I was waiting for a moment like that, but it didn't jump out at me instantly. And I thought the boss fight against the Sandman was like it was cool, but maybe I don't know, man. I'm thinking it's either I'm in denial because of my Switch or the day one patch hasn't it is literally fundamental to like the gameplay. And I'm thinking it's the second thing because I'm thinking that there's some things, but like I don't know. I was sitting there and I was like, I beat the boss, and that was pretty much it. I'm sorry, JR. I'm sorry, man.
I'm just
Bro,
looking over at you and you're like, your whole head is in your hands. Like,
I'm so sorry.
I
JR.
don't think I have, dude. I don't think I have ever seen a better intro in gaming like ever. Like holy shit. That was like I was on my live stream. I was like mentally jumping up and down. I didn't want to physically because I had a green screen behind me and I knew it was gonna knock over.
See, when Jack was talking, your head was in your hands, and now you're talking, and Jack's face is folding in on itself. Like,
Dude, okay, so I played it day one. I don't think I had the patch yet, so I don't know, but like everything like worked smoothly for me, like the cutscenes and the gameplay and everything worked fine for me. And so like but dude, I was like you could like see on the live stream like you're just like holy shit, this is Spider-Man. This is Spider-Man. Like I see the-
Counterpoint. Do you know what is Spider-Man?
what?
Intro to the first game. That
It was good. I love the intro to the first game too. But dude, this one and then the Sandman boss fight, that was
facility.
final level boss stuff right there. Like you're just like you okay, like you're the teacher, and then there's Miles, and then he's going to the restroom, whatever. He comes back, he's like, there's something outside or whatever. You gotta go. Like, come on. And they're both looking. They're like, oh man. You hear the music starting to pump up, and then like they're just like out there and like, dang it, Marco. All right, let's go fight this dude. And they jump off the building to do like a cool scene, and the music starts rising up again. And then you just see Spider-Man like just kind of swing across the camera, and then it transitions into the gameplay. And then I'm just like, oh my god, okay, I'm going. And then like as you're and then like the music is like just boom, like the music is amazing, dude. I searched up that song
It is really
afterward
good.
and I was like fucking jamming to it. And then so as you're like getting closer and closer to Sandman, the music starts to change and you hear it's all dramatic and it's all everything. And then like you just like swing through this building as a sandstorm coming in, and then all the way in front of you see this giant monster just like attacking the city and everything. And there you're like, holy shit, there's a like a this is a big sand person.
All right, we have to move on after this Jack thing because
Okay,
limit time.
wait.
The animation's not that good. I think there was a
Bro.
moment, and this is okay. One more thing, and then we'll move on. But yeah, I gotta leave after this. After we talk about this next thing, but there was a moment where I sat there and I was literally dumbfounded by. I was like, "Are you serious? This is what I'm playing." When like it was either Peter or Miles when they were like sinking into the sand. It looked like he was just clipping through the floor, and it looked so weird.
that might be the patch then. That might
have been the patch.
That's why I'm thinking it's the patch, because the animation and like the particles were just not there. And I'm thinking it's the day one patch.
It might have been the patch, because like mine was like he was like it looked like the like when the hand started coming for him and like taking him down and into the that looked cool to me.
Okay,
and
well,
also, dude, when Miles got like grabbed by the sand person and then thrown across Brooklyn, he like smashed through a building and then smashed through the other side of the building, and he was like all the way on the other side where there's like no sand or anything. And then like he does like a trick where he like webs it or whatever, and then he pulls back and then slingshots him.
That was pretty rad. That was pretty rad.
I've seen that clip, and I've seen that clip, and I saw someone mention how after he like breaks out of the other side of the building, he somehow like gains faster momentum. Like
I saw that, and I think that almost ruined it for me.
Yeah, like, that's goofy, but
like the first time seeing that, oh my god, I was like jumping up and down, like holy shit, like this is dope.
Yeah.
Well, replay that intro, bro, and then the raft scene, like, dude, it's like you think like it's like how do you even peek from that? The raft scene? Oh my god.
JR.
Sorry.
We got like 4 minutes, probably not even. Let's get into. Actually, JR, you got this.
So, anyways, even though we're so excited about Spider-Man 2, there also is another thing related coming out. I think it came out yesterday as we're recording this. The FNAF movie, which has pretty much been in the talks in forever.
It's like 8 years in development.
Yeah. And we're recently everyone has just been so like almost worried about it being just like another guys, we gotta stop Freddy or whatever. Have you seen those memes? Like
We
everyone
are
is just
FNAF.
like,
Yeah.
we are
Together,
I saw
we are FNAF.
my my
Freddy.
favorite Letterboxd review of this film was like, "You're probably wondering how I ended up here. Well, it all started 5 nights ago."
My favorite one was like, he's like, when William Afton came out here and went, yeah, and what army? And then all the animatronics came out and said, this army, I felt that.
There's so many of them because that is exactly what people thought this movie was gonna be.
So funny.
All right, let's get into it.
So funny.
So I'm a huge FNAF fan. I got Chica over there in the corner, as you can see, Chica plush. And yeah, I've been waiting for this movie for like my whole life. My oldest public video on my channel is a video of me and my friend playing FNAF 2 on an iPad. I've had many FNAF things since then, but I saw it yesterday, and this might be a little bit spoilers here. JR didn't see it yet. I know Jack and James have seen it. For me, this is what I'm probably gonna say on my review is that, like on my video, is that there just like wasn't as much FNAF as I wanted it to be, like in building like real FNAF like stuff. I didn't like how like he wasn't really even like checking the cameras, doing all this FNAF stuff. He was kind of just sleeping when he was actually in the office.
Yeah.
He just would sleep
He
and
never
then leave.
he never
actually
does any like
checks the
security
cameras,
stuff on
close
them.
the door. He's not doing any of that actual FNAF stuff. Like he's not guarding. I wish there was more guarding the office like you do in the game. But what he just did is like slept, had that dream sequence, and then whatever the hell happened with the outside.
Mm-hmm.
This wasn't enough like real FNAF to me. There was a lot of scenes in like the real world that I didn't think were necessary. There were some, I said just to James, there were some weird parts that came out of nowhere. Like you'll see JR that I don't know, just some random parts that didn't really make sense. But
Yeah,
I thought it was cool seeing just a FNAF movie happen finally, and yeah, since we have like limited time, I'll let you guys get your thoughts out there too.
Okay. I have to go really, really soon. So I'm just going to drop. So I'm going to not be negative. I'm going to say that I was not that big a fan of the movie. However, I do want to talk positives because I know that like y'all are going to totally do like after I'm gone, y'all are going to like duke it out and talk about how terrible the movie it is. But I do want to stick with the positive with positive stuff. The the robots, the animatronics look really, really good. I think Matthew Lillard and Josh Hutcherson with with all the constraints in their way, it was they pulled through. Hutcherson impressed me, but I mean Matthew Lillard's always good in my opinion, but like Hutcherson like really did something different than just like PETA from the Hunger Games. He just he did something like reserved and kept it a lot back, and you could tell that he was feeling a lot of trauma. And I was like, I really enjoyed what he was doing. It was a lot of interesting,
especially with such a character that could be someone like an actor could interpret that character as really bland. Like
yes,
he's such a basic kind of protagonist that like I do feel like he kind of brought something else to it.
Yeah. Oh, people are going crazy down the hall. But okay, real quick before I have to go. That movie could have been better. I think it could have definitely benefited from an R rating. I think the PG-13 rating really holds it back from a lot of what it was trying to do. There's a sequence in it. I'm not going to spoil because JR's here, but there's a sequence where it like I'm like this is like the start of something that could be really, really good. Like the sequence where like I think y'all know what I'm talking about. Like when and then the ending has also got moments where it's like really cool and it calls a lot back in the games and stuff, and it's interesting. But because it's PG-13, they had to keep to a very specific level of gore, and they couldn't really break the mold a lot. But like, man, what I would have done to see like an animatronic animal chomp down on a face, and you see that skull get crushed, that would have been nuts. And that would I think it could have really benefited from that type of like slasher horror gory sort of feel, but they couldn't do that because they had to appeal to a specific audience because they know that a lot of FNAF fans are like younger, and that's okay. But yeah, I think that I know that they're making 2 and 3, so I will definitely be in the theaters to see 2 and 3. But
they really are. I don't know that.
Yeah, Matthew Lillard signed a contract to do 2 and 3, which is awesome. And so. So yeah, I mean, it's gonna make a lot of money. It's gonna make a lot of money. So be ready. Anyways, subscribe to Nintendo James and J Matthew and Nindude. So I gotta go. Y'all talk about the stuff. Happy 100 subscribers, tipping stars.
And happy Halloween!
And happy Halloween! I'll see y'all later. I'm so sorry.
Wait, do a spooky thing before you go. Spooky thing.
Okay.
Not expecting that to be done.
That's pretty spooky.
All right, I even have to go within like 10 minutes, 15 minutes or so. I'm not like limited.
Yeah, so do I.
So,
well,
here
we'll
my
get some thoughts out and then
last thoughts of FNAF movie. Jack brought up, he said the thing about the censoring, or I guess like there was, which makes sense obviously, but yeah, they kept having to cut like each kill. Like it's like there was so many where it just like would cut right when it happened, like because they couldn't show it. There was really really funny. Like I don't remember exactly what I said, but I remember in the theater I just thought it was funny the way he said it. He sounded like the Joker, the freaking security guard. He was like, "Where's my sister?" Like the way he said it, he just like he wasn't like, "Where's my sister?" He was like, "Where's my sister?" He sounded like the Joker. So yeah, look out for that, JR.
Awesome.
Matthew Lillard, he says the line in it. He says the thing towards the end. James knows what I'm talking about. I thought that was really cool. Vanessa was like kind of weird. She moved like a cartoon character. Like her face was always like.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just the actor, but that's just what I noticed.
Yeah, I know. Kind of going off the whole like censorship with the kills and stuff. It really, like, this is barely a horror film. Like, you also like, because of you're censoring every kill, the animatronics are not scary in any way because you don't see all the bad stuff they do, but you do see the kind of wholesome, nice stuff that they do, and so therefore they aren't scary in any way because, yeah, I also thought it was very tonally inconsistent. It felt like a lot of the actors felt like they were in different films. Like Vanessa was very cartoonish compared to Josh Hutcherson, who was doing much more serious stuff. But also just the film, like, occasionally would have these jokes thrown in after really, like, intense scenes and stuff. But overall, I think it took itself way too seriously. Like I was saying to Jason earlier, there's a scene where Josh Hutcherson is kind of like bearing his heart out, and it's like supposed to be this big emotional moment, and all I could think is like, this is Five Nights at Freddy's. This is the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. What are we doing here?
That's why I was like, when are we gonna get to the next like FNAF thing? That's all I was thinking.
I think that is the most common criticism I've seen, is it's like too much other plot stuff that like you haven't come to see the film for, and not enough actual Five Nights at Freddy's. It does feel like another film that they kind of shoehorned Five Nights at Freddy's into, rather than building something about Five Nights at Freddy's.
It's definitely different, but it almost feels like, because my brain was like, oh, this feels like another video game movie, and I think I'm thinking of. First I thought Uncharted, but then maybe more so now Sonic, the first movie. But I just don't. That might just be a different thing. But it definitely feels like how Sonic was a lot of real stuff, a lot of jokey stuff, and not really Sonic.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that might have been.
No, definitely.
I feel like
that is a good comparison, actually.
I feel like it was very similar in that way, but I feel like also Sonic, for some reason, was trying to be more of that. Well, I think FNAF was actually in the world of FNAF, while Sonic wasn't really in the world of Sonic. So it is different. You can't really compare it completely in that way, but I think that's like how it made me feel, where I was getting a lot of real stuff and a lot less Sonic in a Sonic movie, in a FNAF movie.
No, definitely, I agree that it is like, it's not even, because like the Sonic movie is literally Sonic in like the human world. It does feel more like this is Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria exists in their world. They're not existing in the world of the game.
Yeah. And with the FNAF movie, it's great. It makes a lot of the real scenes better if you know the lore really well. And like they made a lot, like William Afton. That's the first time they ever said that name anywhere in FNAF, like the books, the games. They said Afton's. Like that was like a really big moment, because I think they said Afton somewhere in one of the games. They said Afton in one of the books, but they never said like William Afton, or like connected it really like that, I think. And then I don't know what the animatronic was. I'm not gonna say 'cause it's kind of a spoiler for one of the scenes, but the one that was in the closet that's like has like the clown girl or whatever. I don't know if that was Belore or Baby from Sister Location. I couldn't tell which one it was. But that also did something for the lore that was also really big because it's like people thought that wasn't supposed to be all the way back when the first game happened. So now I think people are like, what the hell, you know?
I think they're just trying to make references. But...
Yeah, but they're just like, yeah, I don't know. A lot of stuff was moved around and like kind of confirmed, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna have a review, like a full sit down review on it after I see it today for the second time. So yeah, the video will be like, oh, I saw the movie twice. what are we saying? But yeah, I mean, I'm just glad we got a FNAF movie. Things could have been better, but I mean, if there's more, then they get more chances to make it better. So we'll see.
Yeah, I thought one kind of last thing. I thought it overstayed its welcome. I thought it was too long.
Oh yeah.
It like I was feeling a little bored by the end.
Yeah, it could have been shorter.
What I'm kind of hoping for was just like a security guard is pretty much like in a horror kind of film, and he's just surviving, the 5 nights like in the game, and then but as he's surviving, he kind of finds out more of the lore and like what actually happened and what actually went on.
Yeah,
kind of like
that's not what this is,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Well, he does.
That's what I was
He
hoping
does
for.
find out things
Yeah.
about what happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's in a much less satisfying way than if he just like I think if he had to like stay in the restaurant at all times, because it's like he goes there for a night and he just like takes a nap, and then he goes home and has all this other plot with his family and stuff, and then he goes back and he takes a nap, and like
like I feel like it would be like that's what I was gonna go into next, was like I feel like the hardest part was probably trying to create the security guard character, like because in the game it's all like you are the guard, so it's like there's not really a security guard lore like character that you learn or find out, because like you are that person, it's all from the player's perspective. And so it's like creating a character who kind of like is his own person, and like it would kind of be weird. You got to think about like, okay, like he just like, what does he do after the shift? Like obviously he's a character in the real world, so he has to have like either I'm not going back in there, or he has to have something that compels him to go back, kind of like it's like in the game, it's like the player is a security guard, so you don't really have to worry about creating a character around that. Well, it's like in the movie, it's like, oh well, he's a character in the real world or in that world, so it's like you gotta think about that, I guess, or create something new for that. But
all right, I gotta probably have to leave soon, so let's wrap things up. Happy Halloween, guys! Happy 100 subscribers! What are you guys doing for Halloween? Let us know in the comments. Also, like this video, subscribe. Please subscribe to this podcast, please.
We'd like to hit 101 at some point.
Yay! And you can drop some listener questions for the next podcast if you want. We gotta get more like
We'll get to them in about 2 months or so.
Yeah, we need some more comment incentives. So yeah, let's get some listener questions in there. We'll get to them in January. Closing thoughts. FNAF moves out. 2 big, huge games are out. I'm hopefully gonna get them in the coming weeks.
One final brag. A UK rare UKW. We got the FNAF movie 2 days before the US.
That's right. Yeah. We got on the 26th. And I think the worldwide date was 27th.
Yeah, we got it 25th. That's rare. We normally get movies super late.
That's
compared
true.
to you.
When did you guys get the Mario movie?
Oh, that was the same day actually.
Oh, okay.
But like a lot of things is like several months later. So but at least we got the FNAF movie at.
Did you see it on the 25th? Did you see it?
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
I made sure to so I could flex on you.
Right. Nice. Okay, Jared, when are you gonna see it?
I I don't know. I don't even have plans to see it.
It's on Peacock. You can watch it right now if you want.
Oh, really?
It's already on streaming.
It came out same day. That's why I forgot to talk about with Jack is that I don't like how they did that because I feel like when Jack was going like it's gonna sell a lot. It's gonna sell a lot. I would agree if they didn't drop it same day on Peacock. Because not only
gives
is
you
it
way less
honestly,
incentive to go out and see it.
not
For me
only
personally, like there's those movies that I want to see in theaters, and then there's those movies where I'm just like I'm okay with seeing at home.
FNAF
so
I
I'm
need
not
to
gonna
see
pay
theaters.
to go out and. So I'm honest, like, because FNAF wasn't that movie where I was like, I gotta go see it in theaters. Like, I'll probably, I have Peacock, so I'll probably just watch it.
Yeah,
Exactly. And a lot of people are probably in that position too, where it's like, oh, I'm paying for this streaming thing. Why would I then pay for a theater ticket? And yeah,
for me it wasn't a theater attraction for me, so I had to go see it. And then, but yeah. So what I'm thinking is that not only is it already on digital, so people can just watch it from home without it adding to like the numbers, but if it's on digital, then it's already on all the pirating websites that you can use. So that means it's already everywhere online that you can like. It's probably on Twitter somewhere, So like I don't know. I think it will actually affect the numbers in the theaters. Although if you are a fan, you will go see it in theaters like me. So, yeah.
Dang. I didn't
Wow.
even think about that. Is that not even gonna do good in the box office?
I think.
yeah.
I
I
think
didn't know that.
I think it might still do all right, but I think it's gonna hit because of Peacock.
Yeah.
But maybe it is more beneficial for Peacock, but I don't know. All right, close us out, JR.
Later. Oh, did you?
That's it.
You already wait? Did you already end the recording?
No, I'm saying like do like an outro.
You're the host.
Oh no, I thought we already ended the recording.
No.
Oh, so we're still going?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching our podcast episode. Yeah. Be sure to leave your thoughts on what you think on the FNAF, Spider-Man game, Mario Wonder.
Yep.
And be sure to subscribe. I have been your host, Nindude. You can find me on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Discord. I don't know. I have a Discord server. But yeah, I currently my YouTube channel is kind of dead. I made a whole video about like the changes that I've been kind of going through and the changes I want to bring to my channel. And then I uploaded like 2 more unboxing and reaction videos, but that's gonna change soon. I have a lot of stuff planned. I should be having a new video out like soon, like hopefully like in the next 2 weeks soon. So be sure to look out for that. Be sure to look for a teaser trailer kind of teasing all the videos that are coming out soon.
Hunter Matthew, you can look out for my FNAF video probably coming out. Well, I won't be home tomorrow, so maybe Monday, Tuesday. And yeah, you can follow my TikTok, subscribe to YouTube, and yeah, that's all I got. So
Yeah. I'm Nintendo James. I don't really post videos anymore, so check out Wooden Birds, my newest short film, or Intoxication, the one before that. Yeah, that's me.
all right. Alrighty, happy Halloween. And
Happy
1 year since the
Halloween.
Markiplier serial ramble that went on for 30 minutes.
That's true.
Wow.
What the?
What the
What
fuck
is
is
that?
that?
You don't even know? Wait.
Wait, what was that?
What just happened?
Do you even know what that
What
was?
the?
What the fuck is that?